Here we go.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody. Volume 2 is done.
It's done. It's wrapped.
But this is not our post-mortem, right? Like, we're not...
You said volume 2?
Oh, sorry.
I thought you were joking at first.
Yeah, we got a whole another volume out in like...
In a month.
1 month.
Yep.
So...
When I started, I was clean shaven, both of us. The stress, we've grown stress beards.
Yeah, exactly. And he was fatter and I was skinnier.
It's true. We
so
merged.
Yeah.
It's like in Dragon Ball Z. We did that thing.
We fusioned. Both came out weird.
Yeah, they don't show you the failed fusions on Dragon Ball Z.
Dude, that is a meme-worthy idea. I don't know if it's been memed yet.
I don't know.
But taking two things.
Oh, yeah.
Like finding someone who looks like two different people.
Yeah.
Put together and
That's
then like
fun,
stamping their heads on the fusion thing and then showing this real person that looks like the two of them.
That's actually really funny.
It's a good meme idea right there.
Meme
it up, people.
We don't have anyone in the chat yet.
No one's in the chat yet. I'm gonna make sure we're live.
I was gonna say, yeah. Is it on Patreon?
Well, technically, yeah. We would have gone.
Official.
Up, people. Okay, we're on. We're on YouTube. YouTube's all up and running.
Okay.
Let me
say, I know no one's here yet, but I'm sure people will go back and watch the video. But that is definitely like an Ellen or a Craig meme right there.
Yes.
Kurt, if you're in here, I don't know.
Ellen.
Hey, there's Ellen.
And
Mike's here.
Ya boy.
Ja boy.
Mike.
Jabated.
You got jabated?
You get the middle because you're last.
Hello.
Hi.
So I sent an email to the governor of Rhode Island today.
Oh, what'd you do that for?
Can you guys hear us okay? It looks like we're coming through okay on the thing. I just want to make sure because the mics are distant.
The mics are distant.
I'm distant.
Like my father.
I'm just gonna make sure I got the chat up here so I can be snagging.
Oh, cool.
Questions. If you have a question, please all caps question at the front of it. So I sent an email to the governor of Rhode Island because I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I just got to thinking, Rhode Island still owns the IP.
I believe so.
From 38 Studios because they did a big auction.
Yeah.
And no one bought.
Yep.
The IP for Kingdoms of Amalur. So I literally I messaged the governor's office just saying like, do you guys still have that? Just out of curiosity. So I'll let you guys know on the next stream if I hear from them.
Eagerly awaiting.
Yeah.
So, do you know who made that game?
Yeah.
Besides 38 Studios, but
it's the baseball player.
Yeah, Curt Schilling.
Schilling, that's what it is. Yeah. He screwed it up.
Yeah, he did pretty bad. He mismanaged that company like crazy.
I have so many opinions about that game.
But yeah, the game's cool.
If it could have gotten like updated and some actual like dev work after it came out, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
because it's so buggy. That's
kind of the charm though.
It's become part of the cult following.
Hi everyone. There's some names I don't believe I've seen before. Blake sounds familiar.
Blake Livingston.
Kayla Stevens. Hi Kayla.
Kayla Stevens.
The other names I see all the time, so I'm not going to acknowledge you.
Let's see here. I can look at just participants. So we got Amalia, Blake, Ellen, Alyssa, Kayla, and that's
Sneak
that.
Attack.
And Sneak Attack. And
that's us.
Yeah.
We're Sneak Attack.
So rearrange the whole attic.
It's crazy up here.
So we have like a more dedicated stream area. And you can see we got a little bit of one of our big pieces of fan art back there.
Yeah.
And my plan is to turn that wall, that kind of corner wall, into kind of empty space on the other side of the Tower of Orthanc.
Tower of Orthanc is right here.
Yep. So right above Reed's head. I'm planning to turn that wall into like a gallery wall of fan art.
Gallery wall, right here.
Fan stuff. So display the candles.
This is from Liv. That's Ellen's sister.
This right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. And this is BMO. I made that BMO plush.
Reed, I see your name all the time. Either not going to acknowledge me. That's fine. That's fine. Like I care. Also, you acknowledge me.
Blake's the first-time patron. This is his first stream.
Blake,
welcome, Blake.
How are you, friend?
So,
very cool.
Oh, we got our first question in. How weird is it to not be recording the podcast during the break? What's it been like for you guys? That's a
that's
good
right.
good way
This
to
is the
start
first official recording since like actually being done.
This is the first piece of content that we're putting out there since Volume 1 has been
Yeah, that's true.
totally nixed. I mean, finished.
Yeah,
Feels good.
it does feel good.
Dude, yeah.
Um,
I haven't missed it yet.
Yeah,
We've still hung out and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's not like that's what I would miss is if like I just never saw these guys.
what's up,
Again.
Scott? Welcome to the stream, friend. Yeah, I would definitely mimic that. Like, we had a really fun rap party. We went, all of us, including our spouses. You guys probably saw a picture on Twitter. Went to,
It's my banner right now.
oh, nice.
Mhm.
Went to one of those like eat dinner while you watch a movie places.
Cinedyne.
Yeah, like or Alamo Draft House. There's some Texas people in here, and the
Yeah.
Alamo got started in San Antonio. So we went to the Alamo Draft House in our state and watched The Incredibles 2 as a whole family. That was really fun. The movie was good. I was initially like bummed it was going to be in 3D, but it was like not bothersome at all.
No, I actually forgot that
Yeah.
we were watching it in 3D.
Like I was talking to my wife about it on the way home, and I was like, the 3D wasn't bad at all. I still don't think I'd ever pay the premium.
right.
but, like,
if you got an option. Yeah,
It was actually really totally fine.
I was telling Kels on our way in that like the only time that I feel okay with seeing a 3D movie is when it's all CG. Like when
Oh, sure.
they can bake it into the actual
Right.
production.
It's like
rather
a
than-
second digital camera.
Yeah. Rather than the live stuff where they
Yeah.
film it weird. And,
Yeah, so we got together, which was great. It was nice having everyone all together for the same celebration.
yeah.
But yeah,
Mike was late.
like, despite being in the city we went to the theater in. No, we haven't like done anything officially sneak attack related until now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be the first time we get together as like a team to talk about stuff, and we're recording the mailbag tomorrow.
How many questions did we end up with?
423, I believe. Maybe 421, because one of them came in after the deadline and I deleted it. I said, you knew the rules.
Do you know who it was who submitted it?
I don't
we
off
call
the top
him
of my
out?
head.
Okay.
I don't off the top of my head.
That's funny.
And so tomorrow we're getting together to talk about business stuff, volume 2 stuff. We're recording the mailbag, and then I've just been writing like a maniac, honestly.
Good, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So it's real fun.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm excited to talk about what we're gonna do with the Patreon, what we're gonna do
Mm-hmm.
with the new volume. I have to be careful not to call it seasons
Right.
because volume 2 will have
seasons. Yeah.
So it's important to
Have you, Mike,
Differentiate.
like miss not getting together and stuff like that?
Feels good.
enjoy time with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here I am now.
It's true. Yeah, like I feel like it's the busiest day for your wife, Sundays.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, all right, peace.
Yeah, it's a good break for me.
And we're gonna try and get a schedule out for the live streams so that we're not like you guys aren't waiting to hear from us till like we finally know that it's happening and then I forget to announce about it, and so you don't find out till the day of. So
Yeah.
Or bad.
It's gonna be probably earlier in the month when it's like on schedule, and we'll probably have something either on the Patreon or on our website. We could do that.
yeah, like a schedule.
Yeah, just like a
Mhm.
calendar, like a
Wait,
public facing calendar that we can
When stuff comes out.
when stuff is happening. Yeah,
Mike, can you get on that?
just have it done by tonight.
Yeah.
And so
It'll be there.
It's gonna be a big calendar with just a big middle finger.
the emoji
It'll be
middle
a
thing.
PDF.
So yeah,
You can download it.
I think that would be really cool. I've never actually thought of that until just now, but I think that would be really nice.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We got questions coming
Yep,
in.
I've been
Cool.
keeping track of
Cool.
them. Question number 1: does Milo keep wearing the glasses after the final battle when he gets home?
Oh, because the glasses are fake.
Hmm.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I guess we never knew if he had glasses, even in the epilogue.
Right.
Yeah, I think you would.
Do like still the Garrote ones or like actual?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always on the lookout.
Always
Always
on the
ready.
ready. You never
Always
know when
ready.
you need to strangle
He's a
someone.
Boy Scout.
When can we hear the cool new Star Warrior Volume 2 theme? You could hear it now if you go to his website. If you go to his, can you?
No, it's private.
Oh, has it really?
Yeah, he sent it just to me.
I've listened to it to like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, he said so. He sent me like 3, and then so I shared the first one he sent me with the group, and then he sent me 2 more that he was just like, I'm not really feeling these, and I was like, yeah, probably not. And then he sent me 1 more after taking some notes from the first one he sent, and then he like retooled it a bit, shortened up the intro, and is dope. And so we solidified that one. He mastered it all out. It sounds so good.
Is that the one that you shared with us?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the one you guys, the most recent one you guys heard is the final version, but he mastered it a little different.
Is it the slow version or the fast?
The fast one.
Okay.
To get into it faster.
Cool.
And it's so good. Honestly, you'll probably hear it sooner rather than later. I know there's a question coming up about Patreon and like what changes are happening, and any changes after the mailbag, which is like the official end of volume 1. As soon as the mailbag's done, we're transitioning to volume 2 fully for both Patreon, social media, everything like that.
Yeah.
And so once that happens and we do a full reveal of volume 2 and we start like releasing that content, you'll hear the song accompanying any of like video elements we do, stuff like that.
Yeah. You'll hear it so much you'll get sick of it. Like we're
kind of like that Goblin Taverns theme.
ding 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 ding.
That one. I think that's the name of the song.
Apparently, Alyssa said something like really bad because YouTube redacted it.
Ellen is. Oh, wait. Do we have mods? Did someone?
No. It like she messaged and it just says message redacted.
Oh.
So and
Maybe
then she
she
says,
did,
"Wait,
so.
no." So
Oh, nice. Ellen.
watch your language there, Alyssa.
Alyssa's coming in
Alyssa, please,
with the
come
hate
on.
speech, dropping N-bombs.
All right, next question. Will you ever play your Volume 1 character again, or have y'all retired them for good?
That's a good question.
Mike?
Like by myself, like
In
play
like
that?
in a non-broadcast game.
Oh no, no, sir. What am I playing? D&D outside of recording? I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I think I'm finally laying Greg down.
Oh really? You're not gonna try and bring him in every single time? You're like, how about some Greg?
No, I feel like I could never realize his character as much as I got to in Volume 1. So I think it would be I'm not gonna tarnish it. I'm gonna let it be what it is.
Yeah.
And enjoy what it is.
Hmm.
Leave it at that.
I like it.
Greg's done.
Yeah, there's so many times where you see movies that come back like years later, like
Jurassic Park.
Dumb and Dumber 2 and what will invariably be Top Gun 2. Like they're gonna come back and be like, this is what's happened over the last, oh, there's this thing you didn't know about my character. It's like, stupid.
Can I share the voice I've been working on for Volume 2?
For the new character?
Yeah.
Feel
So I don't know. I haven't fully landed on what my new character is yet, but
he hasn't even seen classes
No,
other
no.
classes yet.
but
this is the way it's going.
but I figured he'll be
Mine's
like
gonna do boop, boop, beep, boop,
like
beep, 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 beep. That's my character.
scoop did he poop?
Poop,
Poop,
boop,
did
boop,
he
boop, boop.
No, so I figured like Alien combined with Greg,
Moog.
so like Kermit the Frog and Greg kind of voice. So it's like I'm here to help.
No.
Let's go. Let's get this ship on the road.
There's
We're
no
not-
way you
we're not
maintain
doing-
that.
I can totally maintain.
Oh my god.
I can't maintain listening to it. So.
voice for the rest of the live stream.
Please don't. There's a new Patreon goal. It says to please make Josh never do that voice.
Please make Josh never do voices. Just be normal.
Okay.
Gosh.
Why did
So-
Sherwood buy a handful of birdseed back in episode 95?
Okay, well, let me
Let's
tell
go
you.
70 episodes back.
Sherwood's a very deep character. I literally have no idea.
You probably don't even know what they're talking about, do you? You remember buying birdseed?
Did you buy it in Feyronis? Like the big tree city?
95 would be around the fair.
Right before he killed Brenna's dad.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you say there was birdseed or did I ask for
You
birdseed?
probably asked.
Past Mike has no idea. Probably for something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always like the wacky items that I can get.
There was anything that he thought later he could use against
Like if Reed
me.
was like gonna do like a bird
bird
boss, I'd
enemy?
be like,
Yeah.
hey, I got some bird seed.
I
And you're
sprinkle
like,
out some
oh,
bird
no,
seed.
he just said he wanted a bird seed. You got me again. You fooled my plans.
He thought there was a chance because Valisar had wings that he could distract him with bird seed.
Valsar stops the fight and just
Pecks. wildly.
That's. I will say I feel like you were always prepared for things that none of us were like even thought you should be prepared for. So I would imagine you probably had a bunch of other little things in your back pocket.
Sure, what about the bird seed in the town? Where did they open the portal to the Plane of the Damned?
That was the Elven port city.
Yeah,
Uh,
where Valoran was hanging out.
yeah.
I don't remember what the name of that city was.
In case there were any hell chickens, that's what Ellen says.
Hell chickens.
That definitely should be a creature in Volume 2.
Oh,
that's what I'm
definitely.
saying. All right, should move on to the next question.
Yeah,
good
I-
question.
unless you guys have more to say about
I,
the bird
I
seed.
can't play anybody, so I have no answer. Like,
Okay, but will you bring
There's
any of your
magic bird
NPCs back?
no, I
In
might.
spirit?
No, I might reuse names, not like full names, maybe just a first name because there are limited number of names. So I might do something like that, but there will be no physical ties, connections from Volume 1 to 2.
Is there any chance in Volume 1 that a important looking man in a red coat will come and tell us about a magical laser sword that we need to like obtain?
A red coat?
Wasn't he wearing a big fancy red coat?
I
Did I just picture that in my head?
feel like I'm missing a reference.
Okay, there's a quest that you said you tried to get us to go after twice.
Oh,
Both times
yeah.
we neglected it.
Yeah, so no, I don't think he might have been in a red coat, but like yeah, that was just like made up on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible. I could reuse that that quest. What's up, DJ? How are you?
Awesome. Next question. Can we expect any changes to the Patreon during the hiatus?
Ooh, good question.
And
Lots of them.
Let's talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Let's discuss what we should do.
what should we do?
Yeah, what should we do?
What do you
What do you
guys
guys
think?
want?
What do you guys been looking for? We're feeling like
Well,
we're missing.
that's an excellent thing. What do you feel like we could do to like fill the gaps between Volume 1 and 2 with content? What content would you be interested in getting between Volume 1 and 2?
Mhm.
Or say the Volume 2 is in full swing like it was during Volume 1. What additional stuff would you have liked to have seen? So we're gonna flip it on you. I can say
Let us ask you a question.
with the 15-second delay.
Who's in the live stream now?
Yeah, no. So I'll turn your webcam.
We're
on.
watching.
Turn your
you.
webcam on. We want to watch you.
So, if you want to respond to that, all caps answer.
Oh, thank you, Reed.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, in response to that, we do have a few ideas on things we can do for Volume 2 in particular. We're going to be reevaluating every single goal, every single level, every single reward that Volume 1 is currently offering on our Patreon, and then see if it makes sense for Volume 2.
Yep. We
We don't know if everything's going to be a straight one-to-one wash or if we're going to have to make some major changes. We know we'll have to change some stuff. We just don't know what exactly. Josh and I were just talking about this a little bit ago, so I'm not springing it on anybody. But we did have the idea of doing like streamed releases of video stream.
Video is definitely the big hill we haven't climbed yet. But we were talking about possibly recording the game and then releasing it on a live stream platform somewhere where we could interact with you guys as things are happening in the video.
Yeah. So we have the unfortunate / fortunate reality with our recording schedule that we're always about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of what you guys are listening to. So if we couldn't do a straight live stream and have it make any sense, first off, because there'd be like 2 episodes you guys hadn't heard yet. And also because we record 2 episodes in a session and then you're like, that's just a lot of like content that you're not going to be digesting or getting like the distilled version of for like 4 weeks. Then that's just a lot. It doesn't make sense with our flow, and I'm not really interested in changing our recording schedule just to accommodate this. So what Josh and I talked about was the possibility of recording everything that we do, the full session, and then putting that together in a video and then releasing that on Twitch or something and broadcasting it as if it's live. Like say an episode releases Friday, you'll get the unedited, rough table video on Monday.
Yeah, so you get to see things that weren't there,
Yeah.
or that maybe got cut out.
Yeah,
or-
you get to see me try and read my intro like 3 times without messing it up.
and you guys get to have like kind of a platform where you can all react together to things that are happening
Right.
in the recording.
Yeah. So if that is something you guys would be interested in, like a Monday video of Friday's episode that we're broadcasting it like it's live, but it's been pre-recorded. I think that would be fun. And again, it would kind of give us that opportunity to interact with you guys in the platform without even just like right now, Dan and Kelsey aren't here. It could be me in a stream for an episode, Josh or Kelsey or whoever, all 5 of us if we have time, just kind of there, being like, oh yeah, this was really fun, or just like being there with you guys. So I don't know if that's a Patreon goal or if that's just a thing.
Yeah.
Or like a tier. I don't really know how the structure would work. I don't think we've figured out that yet. But I really like the idea of
Lots of answers.
incorporating new elements for Volume 2.
We've definitely been like tiptoeing around the 3,000 mark for a while these last couple months. So we're getting real close.
Yeah.
And definitely we want to know like what's something that could push that over the edge. And then what do we want that next bump to entail? And what's it gonna take? The key is figuring out something that is not like is utilizing what we're already making in as many ways that we can that are valuable. You know what I mean? Not just producing content for content's sake, and also not kicking our butts to produce like 5 different things.
Yeah. I think that's like the struggle for us right now is we've seen other successful D&D shows and successful Patreons do like you get like a totally unique podcast. Like that's just that's not feasible for us. We just do not have the manpower for anything like that.
Yeah.
Or like any like one-shot games or special games or stuff like that. It's just when all of our brain power is devoted to this thing, like we just don't have the bandwidth for it.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to come up with compelling content that is our product, which is the podcast. That is our show, but just like more of it. What does that more of it look like? And I think the video is like a really compelling idea.
We got a lot of answers.
Yeah, let's hear them.
Period. Lots of periods. There is a certain category of content that hasn't been given since day one. Digital wallpapers.
Hot take.
Okay.
Okay. Answer MS Paint drawings from Reed. Yes. Answer a one shot that's just for the sake of shenanigans. Is that everything we do every week?
Feels a lot like it sometimes.
Answer character sheets early would be nice just because we are not as familiar with the new races from Reed's head.
Yeah. That like anything that will be required to at least understand the lore or mechanics of Volume 2 will be released available. I want to even say for everybody. Like
just like made like public on the website or something.
Yeah, or I think there is like an everyone can access it thing on Patreon as well. Like it's not behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Wherever we host it, it will be available for everybody because that's the type of barrier we don't want to put between people. We'll be like, all right, roll a hack check, and like, what the heck is a hacking skill check? Like that makes no sense. And what is this 4-armed race you're playing? That's a real thing. Teaser. So like all of that stuff that will be required or not required, but assist you in understanding the lore behind the world will be available for free.
Cool. What are can I ask a question of my own and just tag it in?
Oh yeah.
What are the chances of your kind of modded game for 5e / its own world? Mm-hmm. What are the chances of there ever being content available for people to play in this?
It's an excellent question, Josh. The chances for Volume 1, about 0.
Yeah.
Very small.
But it's all there for you.
Yeah.
And we didn't tweak 5e at all.
Nope.
So like you guys have the ability if you want to play in Brandon's.
We have maps on our website too. Go crazy.
Taking all the info you want. Yeah.
You know that high elves hate wood elves. High elves hate everybody. Dwarves are dwarves, and everything else is pretty chill.
Yeah.
So the world's there for you. Go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I am writing Volume 2 in such a way that it can be lifted and dropped into a world book. That was a big request we got pretty early on for Volume 1, but the way I arranged my notes and my absolute shotgun scatter approach of taking notes and putting information down. It's nonsense. It's horrible, and I regret it quite a bit. But I'm not making that same mistake for Volume 2. So Volume 2 at some point will be available to play in the world with my rules, with my classes, races, a bunch of stuff that I really want to talk to you guys about, and maybe I will today. But there's a lot of cool stuff in there that is very much different from traditional 5e D&D. Takes like the bones of 5e, but then completely puts a new shell on it.
Mm-hmm. Only 2 more answers. Building on what Oz said, maybe over the hiatus, an actual live stream one-shot for the shenanigans. So that's twice that they're asking for that.
Again, I would not be opposed to that, so long as it wasn't me DMing.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a world where Mike DMs.
I would too. And if we're playing game for shenanigans, I think he would be the best DM for that.
I just had a conversation with a buddy of mine, actually the guy who got me into D&D in the first place. He said that he was playing a game with some friends, what he called a conceptual game of D&D, which I was like, that sounds very scary.
Yeah.
Everyone started in an egg, and they were like birthed into the world, and they were blind and deaf for a while, and like it was very strange. Like two players were birthed as Siamese twins. It was so weird.
The Clockwork Orange.
It was like
the Kojima game.
It's Death Stranding game.
Yeah.
No, it was very like Stanley Kubrick kind of stuff. It was very funny.
All right. Last answer. I vote the live stream one shot. Oh gosh, okay. That got a lot of everybody wanted that. Now we're back to questions.
Will that be in the Patreon then?
Yeah, that was the question. Is just like what kind of content would they like to see on the Patreon during the hiatus?
I mean, the hiatus is not that long.
It is not, and the goal is that we can kind of prep ourselves for.
Yeah, unless we
Fine.
took something out of like something that's already there, like a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, like a pre-existed module. I think that'd be fun too. But like,
I've also written like 4 or 5 one-shot games if we wanted to play.
because he does that.
because he just
Because he's a crazy person.
So I got one of my favorites is called The Eyes of Set, and that one's like Indiana Jones in the temple pyramid thing, which is really,
Nice.
really fun.
check it out. eyesofset.com/ JK.
Okay, have you guys seen the beginning of Amalia's Sneak Attack novelization? Yes, and I read it.
I saw it. I have not read it.
I saw the words, did not read.
I went like this.
Very long.
I went like this on my phone, and then I went like this and this,
I did the same thing.
and I was
Much-
like, "That's too much." And
Much
then I
good,
had
very long, yes.
I had to close it.
She took everything, like the tones of our voices and like the little, really, really trying to like make it all make sense with her explanation.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
I literally, it's been on my to-do list for a while, but no, I have not read it yet. But I will. But I haven't yet.
Read can't read.
I can't read. My grades
It's a
are
thing.
You
secret.
can't read. It's a thing.
Read can't read.
You probably never got those jokes growing up.
No, never.
Yeah.
That wasn't my elementary school life.
Any idea when Volume 2 is going to launch?
October
2019.
2019.
2019,
soon,
baby.
Soon TM.
Yeah, it's soon TM. I like that a lot.
Can we say a month? Who knows? Let's not. do
Yeah,
that. Can we say a date? Can we say a time?
a perfect to the second.
Can we say a year?
A Friday. It will release
Ooh.
on a Friday.
I'm
And 2000.
18.
Whoa!
You're what?
I'm-
E3, check it.
Yeah. Then Mark Xbox walks
Yeah,
on.
he's like, go Madden.
Go Madden. So
This is I have a random thought.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Okay.
Mine's random.
So I was dissecting this the other day because I get a lot of questions on Twitter now. When will Volume 2 release? When will Volume 2 release?
Very popular.
That was half of the mailbag.
Hey, just checking in. When's this gonna be?
So we only have like 200 questions that we got to
No, it wasn't
It's
quite
a
that
long
many.
night.
It was a lot.
Long night ahead of us.
But it's been historically stated that I spent about 3 months writing Volume 1 before we ever hit record for Episode 1. And I was like, that seems doable. I have a rhythm now. I know I have a much more clear trajectory of what I want to achieve narratively and creatively. And then I remembered I wasn't creating any mechanics or part elements from the player's handbook. I was just writing story for 3 months. I have been writing almost nonstop, I mean, like every day for a month, and I'm not even done with races and classes yet. So I don't know if I really hope it's 2018, guys. Like, I really hope it's 2018, because in my head, going longer than 6 months that makes me really sad. But I mean, I'm hoping like December, just because I'm having a kid in November, like, and that's gonna like disrupt my life for a bit. So
It's a big thing though. Like, don't
Yeah.
short. Like, I think it's a lot of stuff, and we don't want to rush it, and we need that time, and we're not being lazy about anything. I just think that just from talking with Reed, and like, the scope of it is huge, and I think we want to make it right, and we don't want to get on the train again and feel like we're laying the track as we go again. So to not do that, we need to really plan that stuff out, and we want to have a really good experience for us and for Reed and everybody at the table. So
I also feel like part of what makes our content is the quality and care with which we give it in its production.
Yeah.
So we don't want to like be so desperate to get you guys content that we end up shorting what we're capable of.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever we give you guys, we want it to be the best thing that we absolutely can.
I want when I hit publish for episode 1 of volume 2, I want to be like, this gets all 5 stamp of approvals.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we were waiting for this amount of time. Just no crap.
Yeah. Oh, my random thought. What if podcast platforms started having exclusives? Like consoles have exclusives. Like, what if iTunes was like, this is a iTunes only podcast?
Oh.
Instead, it can't be on Google Play. It won't be on any of those other, like, just a thought.
I think,
sounds terrible to me,
yeah,
but I'm just saying, like,
they have to develop a different type of, like,
it's gonna be a benefit.
XML, like RSS type of integration, because right now, like, anyone can just go to our Libsyn page and like snatch the RSS and then upload it to whatever RSS feed they want, and boof, you got our episodes, which is fine. We want it that way.
Yep.
We want it to be easily accessible, but if for it to be just like an iTunes exclusive, it would have to be like hosted almost through their store rather than like an RSS feed.
Okay. Just a random thought, because we mentioned E3 and iTunes.
Oh, yeah.
Question: will Mike's next letterpress print be going out in July or August? And looking at the calendar, I'm pretty sure it'll be going out like the end of August.
Yeah, I think that lines up.
Yeah, I don't know if you're good with that. You good with that?
The last one went out in May, right? Because it was March through May.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that would make sense.
This is the first month of the next.
Yeah.
print.
So it'd be June, July, August is that quarter, and then end of August.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Whatever we say.
And it's cool because not only that, so like that's going to be your guys' first opportunity to really see some like volume 2 themed stuff, because the prints and everything going forward are going to be volume 2 themed.
Are they, Mike?
We talked about this, I thought.
I know.
Okay.
Just making you feel.
I haven't heard any words, so that's first I heard. That's exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't necessarily. It can be a spaceship and just says like with a number 2 on it, but like, you can use that. But
that's yours. That's yours.
That's a free one.
Yeah,
that's a free one.
It's a spaceship with the 2 on it. The next one's gonna have a 3.
But yeah, so it's not necessarily. It's not necessarily going to be like, here's some story thing or a character thing.
I think the only thing for that is we'll just have to figure out, because stylistically it might not be letterpress. We could do something different there. Just the art style that I'm kind of working on for volume 2 is not really that, like, doesn't leverage very nice to a letterpress. So we'll just have to see. There'll still be a really good quality and stuff like that, but
not as much like lines and dots.
Yeah, there's more textures and stuff like that I can't really bring over to letterpress.
Dimensions.
It's a 3.
But now we're talking
space.
17 by 14 posters.
No, it's like blueprints. You ever seen like blueprints?
Shoot, that would be awesome. Yeah. Anyway, okay, sorry. Just more pressure on you, Mike.
Yeah. I'm sending you a ship blueprint that I made myself. To scale. It works too. You can build it.
Can you tell us more about shenanigans from other D&D games you've played?
Shenanigans.
Oh gosh.
Reed had a character. Tell him about the feather character.
Oh yeah. So I played with my buddy that got me into D&D. I played a game with him where that was the first ever appearance of Arlen Brampton. I played a wizard.
That was his name?
That was his name. I played a wizard character named Arlen Brampton the Third, and he was this super hoity-toity wizard, like royalty guy who was super disconnected from reality because you just thought like my life is super easy, everyone's life is super easy. Like, oh, you didn't have 3 butlers and a full staffed kitchen where you grew up. That's weird. And so he got like transported out of that world and like teleported to a new world. Like as soon as the adventure started, boom, I get displaced. And so I talked to the rest of the gang. I talked to the rest of all of my friends and party members like they were beneath me, like crazy, because so it like I was just aggravating them, which was a lot of fun. But I had this thing. I had like a ship captain's hat, like the kind of hat that's like goes whoop. It's like whoop. One of those things. And
Sweet.
And I had all these different multicolored feathers in my bag. And so like every time that like something would come up and be like, I grab my orange feather of investigation and I pluck it in there and
just for flavor.
And I because I needed to like find some clues or find a.
That's the worst.
Oh, it's so annoying.
Worst
I put in my green feather of persuasion and all this stuff,
which gives you no buffs.
No,
it's
zero benefit.
Flavor.
Yeah.
Your last 10 episodes in Volume 1 before we killed you.
And my outfit was star print hammer pants and a magenta vest with moons on it, so I look like Aladdin, but with a big whoop kind of hat. And that was Arlen Brampton III. The game didn't last that long, unfortunately, but I really liked the name and I liked the character, so I think I probably I adopted the character a little bit into like maybe 2 or 3 NPCs you saw in Volume 1.
We can just assume that was Arlen's youth. That was his youth as a wizard.
I actually did draw him at some point. I see all your comments. I actually
in MS Paint.
No, I drew it on my iPad in this app called Paper 53, or it's called Paper or something like that. I drew it. It's so bad. It is funny though. And so like it just had his hat with like a big peacock plumage with all of his different feathers in.
I recently played a game with some guys where I played a noble knight, when you choose the noble background,
yeah.
You can choose knight, and one of the features of the knight or the noble is that you can have like NPCs that serve you.
Right.
And one of them is your what's it called?
Squire?
No, it's the dude who speaks for you.
Oh.
So my character had like a major negative charisma, right? But I made his dude who like speaks for him. It's a super arrogant, rude guy. And so my character was like, everybody loves my character, but this dude who speaks for him is like just a total prick. And so
that's really funny.
that was really fun getting to like jump back for me, because you guys know me. I was able to jump back and forth between 2 different characters a lot and kind of flesh out my ego and my id like as much as I wanted.
There's a character, I've told you about this before. There's a character I wanted to play in one of your games that was a pacifist, which is actually where the inspiration for Wester came from. So I thought it'd be really interesting to try and make a D&D character who didn't fight. And so when I saw the Noble Knight, that you can have followers, I was like, I know, I'll just be like a wealthy dude who pays all of these people to fight for him, but they're super dispensable. So like, I'll send in like 3 guys who have terrible combat stats, and they'll fight for me, and then they'll die that battle. Then I'll just like recruit 3 more in the next town over, and then like I would never actually like enter combat with anybody. Like that was just like my rule, but it never happened. That's a freebie too. You can have that one.
They want to see your Arlen drawing, by the way.
It does not exist anymore. Sorry.
We could have it. He could do a re-rendering for you guys later. Mike, do you have any like memorable shenanigans from D&D
It's all
games in the
shenanigans.
past.
Yeah, from Chris
It's all
Sidehead.
shenanigans.
I don't really remember that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
So long ago.
I still think my favorite thing from that whole game, the memory that stuck with me was from like, it was maybe our second or third game. And it was when our buddy Matt was forced to be the talkie guy for the group. And like, this guy is not a social dude. Like, so he literally starts sweating, like droplets of sweat are showing up on his face. And the rest of us are not talking because we can't. We're like tied up. We're looking like prisoners.
Yeah.
And he's trying to convince these dudes that were there. He's forgotten everybody's name. And he's just like, he's literally sitting there at the table looking at Reed. And Reed's just looking at him dead face, just super like serious, like, why are you here? And he's like, it was, that was,
I felt really bad.
Oh, dude, I didn't feel bad at all. I thought it was so funny.
I was dying. I was dying. That was one of my favorite. That still is one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
And nostalgia might be playing heavy into it, but
Oh, absolutely. But like, gosh, that was so funny.
yeah. Oh, dude, we got lots of questions.
Okay.
Can you tell us more about the shenanigans? Okay, I think that's the one we just answered. Will it ever be elemental time again? We can only hope, guys. We can only hope. Elemental time lives in your heart. It lives.
Anytime is elemental time.
Anytime can be elemental time.
No one wants that.
The people want it.
Oh, gosh.
For everyone, what's your favorite part of playing D&D? Combat, puzzles, exploring, etc. What's your favorite part of D&D? What do you enjoy the most about it?
Loot wasn't one of the options.
Yeah, I like the loot.
Is that for real?
Yeah. I love the loot and I love random dice rolls. Not the people, not the combat, but the items.
You like the gaming of it.
I'm just a big gamer.
Yeah.
Big gamer guy over here.
Really just a big gamer overall. Love items.
Really about things. I really care about things.
Combat for me is not so much fun as a DM. It's fun for me as a player. And so I think there's just too much going on as a DM that you don't like. I'll have the best intentions in the world, and then I forget half of what I wanted to do in the middle of it. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, Josh.
Oh, like when as a DM?
Yeah. You're just like, oh, I'm going to do this next round, and like I have all this prep, and then you just forget everything. You're like, I just swing a sword.
It's like every fight I engage in D&D.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what we're going to do as a team. We're going to have a plan, and then
but I like combat as a player. But I think still my favorite for both DM and a player is just like the exploration, meeting NPCs, and then like trying to deduce the problem in the game, and also like read the room of like trying to figure out what was Josh thinking when he made this, or like what was my buddy Neil thinking when he like made this puzzle, because you almost like you have to remove yourself from it, but also kind of like game the system a little bit. That's always fun to me.
Like that one puzzle that I nailed because in my thought I thought how would Reed make this? My favorite's character creation. That's my favorite part of DMing. It's my favorite part of playing D&D. I would bring a new character to the table every time Can you guys see me? Can you guys see me? This is just from my laptop, but the computer's not working, so I'm assuming we're live. Are we live?
It's the same amount of viewers, I think.
Well,
Yeah. Tell us if you can see us, please. So technically we joined the chat. So like
this chat is not active though. I think your computer just died.
oh, for real? Let me check
I
the
just want to
chat on here.
I'm gonna click Chrome.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're live right now.
Okay.
Welcome back. Okay, well we have like just over 10 minutes, so maybe we could try and get through the rest of these questions. Pop out chat.
Your computer's just like not working. Okay.
Man.
Here, why don't you just put it on the table thing? So
I got an old computer. Okay, hold up. Let me get us back to the live stream feed thing. There it is. Okay, so then we do one of these, one of those.
sorry guys, that was weird. SARS.
Just hope you can still hear us okay. All that. I could hook up the Blue Yeti real quick.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. Josh's recorded video of y'all performing Elemental Time posted on Sneak Attack. I just posted on my Twitter feed. If you want to watch that video, you can go to my Twitter feed and watch it. I don't think we need to post it anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's jump back to questions. This is a really exciting stream.
Yeah.
With unique and creative things happening. What's your guys' most re-listened to episode of Sneak Attack if you re-listen?
I like the Christmas intro.
Mm.
I listen to that every once in a while. And
that is pretty fun. That was a fun, unique thing.
And Brenna's song.
Brenna's song is pretty great.
Not like a certain episode for me, but there's like parts that I like listening to.
I really liked I think one of the ones I could re-listen to again and again is the Detective Sherwood part of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Of the same name. Like I just re-listened to that portion with the music that comes in. That's super fun. I also really enjoyed about every single DJ Switch moment from the
Dino 210.
Dino 210 episode. I could listen to those over and over again. That was super fun. Reed?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't re-listen to them enough. I'll go back and listen to like sections if I like to inform my writing. But that's honestly it. I kind of just like let them be after they're out there.
All right. How much do you regret making yourself come up with a whole new set of races and classes? Let's get real, Reed.
I think right now I'm feeling the stress of it quite a bit, but when it's out and when it's finished and when it works, I think it will have been worth it. I'm taking a very different approach to like class creation. That will that work? Is that gonna fall?
It's probably not great to listen to.
That's
okay. Sorry, everybody.
So I'm taking a very different approach to like how characters are handled for this, and it's just so much work right now. But I really do think that it's gonna be better in the long term for both the players and the listeners.
Cool. Why was the guy selling breakfast so weird?
I'm not answering that.
Oh, that is like the question we get all the time.
I'm not answering that.
Okay. Just delete it. The old history of Brannis hides a lot of story because it's right in the beginning. Could there be a complete history of Brannis as a type of update? And where Arlen is corrected. Lol.
And where is Arlen?
That he's just what his race is.
Oh, right, because I had him start out as an elf.
I guess they're wanting like a whole history. Like a more detailed account of the ages.
I'm just kind of past it, you know.
I feel like that's really great content for fan stuff. Like,
yeah,
You tell us, how did things get to the place they were before the podcast started?
George Lucas only made Star Wars. It was all the novelists who expanded the universe.
Mhm.
So like, I leave that to you guys.
Yeah. Speaking of art, I was listening to one of the mailbag episodes, and you mentioned that there was concept art for when the show was called A Bard's Tale.
Oh yeah.
Can we see that sometime? Which, by the way, there's an actual D&D podcast that came out called A Bard's Tale.
Oh really?
I think they came out in like the last couple months.
Yeah, it's on my computer. I can show it.
Similar color schemes to
Yeah,
Sneak Attack.
Like same kind of style.
I'll post it on my Twitter or something.
Cool. Follow Mike at
Mike Hegberg.
Nice. That's so smart making it just your name.
I bet you could make it yours.
You think I could?
Oh yeah.
Can you switch it?
Yeah. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
switch Twitter as much as you want.
What's yours? Hippie thing?
Yeah, Joshua the hippie.
Yeah.
I bet you could just make a
It's
Josh.
like all of this
Josh.
stuff. It's been that since like 2000, like 8,
Embrace,
7.
embrace.
I bet you could just make a Joshua Lorimer. I bet it's available.
I'm like 4 establishments and stuff too. Like I'm not
I
like
know.
I'm not really a hippie. Question, Reed, would you ever share the D100 from the amulet?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
I don't think so. I got that question a lot early on and like throughout the course of the show, but I think that's just for us. Sorry. I'm not making another D100 like item for volume 2.
Yeah. Reed, this is one of the answers that came in. It just came in.
Yeah.
Reed, check out World Anvil as a possible place to publish your new world. Might be an interesting way to include Patreon supporters in the next campaign. I'm assuming that's like a platform like the Dungeon Masters Guild or something.
World Anvil? Oh, like
Yeah.
an actual like publishing place to
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm guessing.
put pages like digital to paper type
Mhm.
thing. That's a possibility. I'm not there yet, but when the time comes, I will definitely
Mhm.
consider all options.
Yeah, dig deeper into the OSL or
OGL.
OGL.
Yeah. Figure out like exactly from a legal perspective what I'm able to print, what I'm able to not.
Mhm.
And then like we're familiar with enough creators in the D&D community who have self-published their own world books.
Mhm.
So we have that resource too of just like what they did
Mhm.
to be successful and what like the services they use. So thankfully because of Josh's contacts, I think we'll be okay. But that's a good note. We will
Cool.
keep our eye on that.
Question, Reed, was the rooster always how you planned on the gang finding the Chronicum? I feel like originally you were gonna like drag us there by some other means.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Remember Sherwood got really like he like became friends with that rooster and he let us.
Yeah, I
Into the desert.
feel like there was another.
I felt like that was like a fix.
Yeah, like I always plan like big picture stuff. I plan on getting them to the Wildlands. I plan on Sherwood using the wish spell. I plan on these things. I don't know how they're going to get there. I don't know how. I had literally no idea how Sherwood was going to come back to actually recite the wish spell until like 2 weeks before. But I knew he was going to use a wish spell like 3 months before. So I just like to like give myself a destination and then I'll figure it out when I'm a little bit more in that ballpark because like what has happened will help motivate the decisions I need to make.
Cool. So World Anvil is a collaborative space for campaign management and world building. It's like a website. I think that's supposed to help people build worlds.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. What about like dozens of worlds because it's a galaxy and there are lots of planets in a galaxy?
is it a long time ago
I don't
in
know.
a galaxy far, far away?
I don't know timelines.
Are you making Star Wars, Reed?
Well, I mean, kind of, but
Yeah. It's a war among the stars.
It's in space, boys.
Why'd you call it Star Trek? You never went to a star. You've been to so many planets, but never once a star.
Planet Trek.
Should call it Planet Trek. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. What's that?
Just happy with how you use the wish spell.
Oh.
So
Oh, yeah.
I was just pointing it out to Mike.
Knew it from the very beginning. Had it all planned out.
I'm very triggered over here.
So we got 5 minutes left. Any last words, you guys?
Can I say something about Volume 2?
No.
Like, I want to talk to them a little bit about like what to expect.
Do we need to leave?
Do you need to like take this with you
No,
somewhere
no,
else?
no.
Like, do you
No,
need
I
us-
want you guys to hear
Should
it.
we step back? Is this is read time only?
I want you guys to hear it.
Yelling in front of us.
So, okay.
Hold on. You guys need to be able to hear this.
Real talk about Volume 2.
I'll be over here.
Get my Slurpee.
Josh, get out of here. When
Bye,
Reed has
guys.
real talk with the people.
We just do that a little bit. Okay. So, Volume 2 is, like I said, it's going to be a kind of radical shift in class build out and stuff like that, character creation than you would expect in a typical 5th edition or anything like that. So, the way I've written things thus far is classes are very minimal in their scope. So you'll see something like, for example, I have an engineer class. You guys knew that. I've told you that already. But I have an engineer class. So they'll have like 1 or 2 class abilities, which is kind of like any engineer can do. But then they'll have subclasses, which you just pick which subclass you want to be. You can't swap. And then each subclass will have like 1 or 2 different things that they can do that only that subclass can do. As well as more traditional class stuff like you can use, you're proficient with this tool or you get these skills or something like that. Really, the meat of Volume 2, like character creation, comes through a system I'm calling augments or augmentations. I haven't really landed on a term. That's just kind of what I'm like rattling around in my brain. So you don't level up in a traditional way. I'm not going to be doling out XP. These guys are going to be like mercenaries or contractors for hire type of thing, and so everything is going to be currency based. So with that in mind, this is a very like the type of society where if you don't like something about yourself, you fix it. And you don't like do it through hard work or you don't do it through dedication. You just buy a tool that'll fix it for you. And so I've kind of taken the idea of leveling up or like getting new skills and kind of retooled that in a bit to where they're all based around these augments. So say right now you like Josh makes Space Graic and he has like,
I'm here to help save the day.
and he has like a 16 strength. Well, Josh wants an 18 strength so he can get that +4. So he can buy an augment that will make him stronger. He'll turn a 16 into a 17, and then when he gets enough space bucks, he can turn that 17 into an 18, and stuff like that. But not only that, you can buy things that make you more proficient with a certain type of weapon. You can buy things that give you access to or like be able to use class 2 weapons instead of class 1. I've got whole classes of weapons and ships and all kinds of stuff like that. And so I'm creating this really wide net of options and abilities that most everyone will have access to. It's not going to be like, oh, only the barbarian can do this, and this. It's like the barbarian can do like 2 or 3 cool things, but they'll be able to buy a whole variety of different things to add new skills or enhance certain abilities for their character. And that'll range from very simple things like you can buy a proficiency with a shotgun for a pretty small amount of credits, 500. Or if you want to like, if you want to increase your strength or something really more substantial, that's going to take some time. So you as a player get to choose what is most important to me as this character that I can really start like storing up these credits for, and then when I finally get them, boom, big huge improvement. One thing about you just got way better, but maybe all your other players or teammates have leveled up in smaller ways along the way, however they see fit. It's totally unique to the individual. So that's kind of the approach I'm taking. It's really, really cool because it allows me to really focus on the core element of the class, and then I can almost farm out some stuff too. Like I've let Josh and Mike both like pour over all of my notes so far. They've given me really good feedback on a lot of stuff, and with that, because it's so item based or like upgrade based, they can really like help me out and sanity check me to make sure I'm not going crazy. So it's really cool. I'm really, really psyched about this formula and about this mechanic. And I think it's really going to be fun to make the characters really unique by themselves, but then give everyone these options to like almost specialize once they figure out who they are as a character, which is fun for me. So
cool. That's stream. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Literally no one knows that.
Yeah,
no one knows that.
You guys are the first ones. So, welcome to the ground floor.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next month, or you'll see us in the mailbag coming out soon.
Yeah, mailbag will come out this week.
Yep. So have a wonderful. Oh, also, town name Higgafrig and Build. That's the town name. Good luck. It's literally what I made up in my head. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Bye.